Hey, welcome back to another episode for Life for Living Well. My name is Richard. Before I dive into the topic that I have for us this week, I do like to say if you'd like to know one or two things about Life for Living Well community, you can find it out on our website at www.lifeforlivingwell.com. You can also find some of our articles on the Medium platforms. And if you like to become one of the people that register to subscribe to receive weekly articles from this platform, you can put your email on this sign up forms on our webpage, and then every time we push out the article out, you will get the notification of it. So let's dive in without taking much of your time. The topic that I'm looking at this week is what we call love and humanity, why kindness and compassion matter, especially now that we live in a world that is driven by instant gratification, selfishness, egotistical way of thinking, status driven. And when you combine all these kind of things, it's difficult to see a space for love and humanity, talk less of kindness and compassion. And if you don't see that, how do we grow as people? How do we even reduce the level of different illnesses, regardless of the medical advancement that we have? So let's dive into it without more preambles around. If you are regular with this podcast, you will notice that we always open our message with inspirational quotes and then try to build our message around it. For this particular topic, love and humanity, why kindness and compassion matter, I specifically request to have two quotes of two individuals that I really admire, reading their life through their books, reading the impact they have on community and the world at large. So the first one is taken from Dalai Lama. So he put it this way: love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. Imagine we live in a world where people have no love or kindness to themselves. How are they going to be kind to the animals? How are they going to be kind to other beings that share the space with them? And the second person that I will be taking the quote from is Mother Teresa. If you judge people, you have no time to love them. That's very powerful. And that is so true. If in your mind you condemn people, you judge them because of their actions, and all things you think about it, it brings some negative emotion within you. You can never love them. So let's dive in now to the context of the message. The essence of humanity is often reflected in simple acts of kindness and love. Throughout history, many great men and women have gone beyond their own interests and taken risks to relieve the burdens of others. They left their comfort zone, they left their families and home, and moved far away among the poorest of the society. For this reason, we can say we have a better world. Or the people that spend days, years in laboratory doing research about medication that will relieve malaria, in part of the world that the resources for it are not exist. So much of what we have today can easily be taken for granted. Phone, cars, good looking house, organization, government. Unless you know how those things was 200 years ago, and we did not want to think about it. Even phone, that all the things that are built today, all the social microservices that you can use with your phone. Your phone become your TV, become your radio, become everything you want it to be. Even I'm doing recording now through my phone. Is this feasible 80 years ago? Absolutely not. Yet, without compassion, kindness, and sense of humanity, our story could be very different. Not only today, but just imagine 100, 200, or even 300 years ago. Just imagine it. You have a plate, you have a knife, you have a fork to eat. People who demonstrate love and humanity are often recognized and valued by their friends, families, acquaintances, and even strangers. Their character is reflected in the way they treat others and in the positive relationship they build. Loving allows us to be loved. So, let's quickly look at the two key strengths of love and humanity. Number one, kindness. What did I mean by this? Kindness is the ability to connect with others. With the what? And you can't ask enough questions about this. Around us through patience, generosity, and consideration. You know how it's difficult to able to wanted to put meaning to somebody else's behavior, and you resist yourself in doing so because you know you don't have enough information to know what is creating the behavior you're expressing. And it takes a courage and kindness to let go of pain, to let go of wound, to let go of focusing that energy to yourself. It is more than simply being friendly. Kindness can be expressed through affection, gentleness, warmth, thoughtfulness, and a willingness to understand another person's circumstances. A lot of people cannot do this. Because how could you do this? If only thing you think is about yourself, and you see the opportunity, you see every situation as opportunity to maximize it for your own interest. Sometimes a small act of kindness can make a significant difference in someone's life. Just pause for a second. Forget about yesterday. What act of kindness can you render today? It doesn't have to be grandiose in nature. It could just simply as Bill, let somebody else go ahead of you in supermarket just because they want to pay for their breakfast and you have a big trolley. It could just be you pay for somebody's drink today. It could just be a smile with a good morning. A kind word, a helping hand is simply taking the time to listen, can remind another person that they are not alone. Sometimes when we are stuck in our head, we think the whole world is all around us. We think the problem that everything have is because of us. So we lost in what we supposed to take responsibility for and what we're not supposed to take responsibility for. So quickly, let's go to number 2 of the power or the benefit of love and humanity. Number 2, love. Only can you do a tangible thing without love, which some people will call passion for it. So love is both a state of mind and a way of acting. It motivates us to care for others, to support them, and to remain devoted to their well-being. True love is not limited to romantic relationships. It extends to family, friends, communities, neighbors, strangers, and ultimately humanity itself. To be human is to have the capacity to give love, receive love, accept love, and show respect. What else is more than that? Sometimes we are being sold a lie that we focus all our energy to wrong thing. And no wonder many people feel lonely, many people feel disillusioned, many people feel confused, many people keep chasing and they didn't know why they are chasing. Every new block is a competition for them. So this virtue can be seen in people who have an exceptional desire to care for and accept their fellow human beings. Their love goes beyond words. It becomes visible through their actions. And mostly, these kind of people are also very humble because they know that they don't know it all. They know that they are also more vulnerable to ignorance, vulnerable to mistakes. They are curious. They are willing to learn. Okay, so now, beyond romantic love, the deepest expression of love is not necessarily romantic. It is the understanding that we are connected to one another. If I hurt you, I hurt myself. If I hurt you, I hurt myself. If I help you, I help myself. So when we recognize our shared humanity, another person's suffering no longer feels completely separate from our own. Their happiness can become our happiness, and their well-being can become something we genuinely care about. This is where compassion becomes more than an emotion. It becomes a responsibility. Albert Einstein captured this sense of connection when he said, "All I have is a sense of duty toward all people, an attachment to those whom I have become intimate." That's so powerful. Perhaps humanity does not require extraordinary acts from each of us. Perhaps it begins with ordinary acts done with extraordinary care. What is those acts? What are those acts? You may ask. I put it to you. It could be a little more kindness. Start from yourself to the others. A little more patient. A little more understanding. A little more love. These simple virtues have the power to shape our relationships, our communities, and ultimately the kind of world we leave behind. I hope this message helps someone. And if you'd like to know more about this, you can check some of the books on the community platform at www.lifeforlivingwell.com. And if you also would like to ask one or two questions directly regarding this, please put your comment on the article on our community website. And if you are frequently using Medium, you can also search us there, and with Life for Living Well. I hope this message helps someone. Until we meet again, please stay safe and have a wonderful week. Ciao.